Welcome. Good evening if you're somewhere else in the world, but good morning here in Australia. So, today we are going to be doing a full immersive guided experience in the Akashic Records to each do our own Akashic Soul review. So, we will have the record keepers in attendance, your higher self will be in attendance, and we're going to look in the Akashic Records about where you have been asked to grow this year. What is actually being asked of you in terms of your evolution and ascension, how you can take where you've been going this year and what's been happening this year and actually elevate or evolve it into its highest potential. And where to from here? Where is your next evolutionary jump? Where are you ascending to and moving into new levels of possibility as we move out of 2020 and into 2021? So we have, I think it's about 80 or so days left in 2020. And the goal is to support you here in proactively working with the ascension energies rather than just responding to the surges and the rapids and trying to stay afloat. Let's actually use the ascension energies to their full potential for those quantum transformational jumps that we actually want to be making during these surges in ascension. So, welcome to everyone. If you're jumping on, say hello. My comments didn't work yesterday. I'm hoping they work today because I want to be able to interact with you all. So, say hello. So, we're going to get started here in a minute. I'm going to let everyone jump on, but I just want to let you guys know that I've been actually reading the Akashic Records for decades now. But over the last, year or so, I've started guiding groups of clients into experiences of channeling in the Akashic Records themselves without needing to be a fully qualified Akashic channeler. Okay, and so that is actually what we're going to do today. Okay, if you're on replay, yes, this will still work on replay. In the quantum universe, the multiple timelines are all happening simultaneously. Okay, and I am holding a strong energetic field for this experience that will hold through into the recording. So if you're on replay, and even if you're not, for everyone joining me this morning, I can see everyone coming on, say hello. This actually helps to say hello, to bring your energy, to anchor yourself here into the field. I have already smudged and consecrated the space here this morning. We're already in a fairly high field, but I will be bringing us into full circle and we're going to do the whole ritual shebang. I'm excited. It's going to be awesome. If you're new here, I'm Lise Bogle. I'm the creatrix of Shandara, a modality of energy weaving. And for well over a decade now, I've been a teacher of energetics. I've been a coach, a transformation facilitator, and a channel. And so I'd like to extend a really warm welcome to you all. We do have some new members to our community over the last days and even overnight. So I just want to say hi to everyone. If you are new here, you can find the rest of this workshop series. This is the finale today, but if you want to find the rest of the workshops, they're all available in the announcements section of the group here, and you're welcome to go over them. We covered a lot of ground, focusing on what you actually need to be doing energetically and practically to proactively work to create those quantum transformations with the ascension surge rather than just respond to it. Okay, so I'm going to check to see because everyone's jumping on. Yeah, hello, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Ange. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Heather. It's very cool to have you all here this morning. So one last little piece of admin before we get started, and then we're going to just launch right into it. If you are interested in becoming an initiated energy weaver in the final 2020 weaving circle, it starts next week. Okay. Now, becoming an energy weaver is an amazing way to take one of those quantum transformational leaps in the end of this 2020 surge and recalibrate and rewire everything. Okay. So your energetic system. Yeah. In this circle, in the level 1 circle that's starting next week, you're going to experience how to actually feel tangibly a whole new relationship with energy in and around your body. Like you'll actually feel it, right? You're going to learn how to actually also build and raise vast amounts of potent energy to channel into all of your energetic actions, all of your energetic modalities, okay? You're not just going to work with what's around you in the room. You're going to elevate it to vast quantities, and you're going to learn how to focus it really tightly and channel it with power into energetic modalities. Okay, you can use your own modalities, but I will also be teaching you how to do some high weaving rituals spanning the full spectrum, healing, manifesting. It's all going to be happening there. So you'll know how to use that energy in weaving rituals as well, right? Along the way, you're going to completely rewire and activate your energetic system at a whole new level. Because when you're weaving this energy through your body, you're actually shifting everything. Right? All the cells are absorbing new levels of energy through your body, and you actually calibrate and rewire at a whole different level. And there is a cascading, resulting effects from all of that, right? You build a really sovereign energetic state. No more energetic overload, no more wobble, no more spongy empath that can barely cope. You can clear your field really easily, and you also learn how to create these boundaries to not just keep sponging in the collective energies. It is actually a choice to process collective energy, and most of us have made the agreement to do that on a soul level as light workers. But there are times in our lives when we have to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first, right? And get ourselves back stable. And you want to actually be able to turn that on and off yourself and choose, be in a place of choice around it, okay? Other ramifications of that energy, the whole recalibration, you're going to learn how to create constant flow states, right? Just consistent, because you're moving so much life force energy through your body all the time, and you're learning to move and work with it in the correct direction, consequently always in flow. And it actually just changes the whole way you do manifesting, the whole way you do so much, right? To just be in constant flow. You're also going to be able to shift and raise your frequency, shift your entire emotional state easily, rapidly, 180-degree shifts in like 10 minutes, right, in the weave. And if you want, you can go and look at all the comments that the weavers have said in the unit section, the voices of weavers, because they say it all the time. My God, everything changes in the weave, everything shifts in me, my whole state shifts. Yeah. You're also actually going to experience inside the weaving experiences, inside the rituals, full 5D perception, which is magical, which is amazing. And I'm thinking most of you have probably experienced that to some degree already, right? Little snippets of it. But you're going to get a ton of experiences of 5D inside your weaving circle, inside that, because we elevate way up dimensionally, okay? And one of the big things is you're going to authentically experience your energetic power in a real felt, tangible way. And it's going to grow, right? But that first state, for some of you, first experience of, wow, I actually felt myself cast that, like with power. I felt it. I felt my power. I felt myself command it, right? And for some of you, you've kind of had small experiences of it, but it's not super consistent, or you need it to go to next level with more authority, and that's what's waiting for you if you want to become a weaver, okay? So I want to bring that forwards because it's happening. The last final circle for 2020 starts next week. If you want to join, and if you are in a really powerful top state, by the way, you want to be stepping into highest level service. And as a weaver, we step into whole next level services. When we are, it's like a next generation light worker. The amount of energy that we channel through our bodies, when we charge earth grids, when we clear collectively, collective trauma and ancestral trauma, it is huge, right? It's like really powerful acts of high service. So if that's your gig, whoa, are you in the right place? That's super exciting. So it starts next week. It feels amazing. Weaving feels beautiful. It feels fun. It feels joyful. These are the words I hear from weavers. It's like, oh my God, can't believe this is so fun. I love this so much, right? It's sacred. It's feminine. It's delicious. It's a really beautiful experience. So if you want to join, next week's the week. If you're interested, circle details, please. Just pop that in the thread here below and I'll get back to you over the next day or so, okay? If you write that, I'll know, because you're all going to comment on all sorts of things and I won't know exactly what you're saying yes to, because there's going to be lots of yeses today. So just let me know if you want the circle details. Just pop that in and I will get back to you. Okay, as you're jumping on, lots of you coming on this morning. I'm so excited to see you all. Say hello. Anchor your energy into the field this morning, Okay. Hey, Kaya, beautiful sister. It's good to see you. Karina, you made it. It's early in Nepal. Woohoo. Rachel, oh my gosh, you made it too. Hey, it's so good. It's so good to see you, hun. Okay, anchor yourself into the field. Just say hello, and then let us get started on what we need to do. Okay, you will need something to write on today, okay, because we are going to be doing journaling. There is journaling work in this. And if you're someone who is a journaler, you might actually want to use your journal. And if that's not your gig, just any bits of paper, right? You do not need to be super precious about it. It's all good. So don't go and grab them if you need to. In the meantime, what is the Akashic Records? Like, what are they? The Akashic Records is really interesting. There's like this massive surge in popularity on what the Akashic Records are. And I find it fascinating because I discovered the Akashic Records in my early 20s. All right. And so for me, that was like 25 years ago. And they were like obscure. They were like this weird, obscure occult thing that hardly anyone knew about back then. And now there's like this massive resurgence, and so many people are becoming certified Akashic readers, etc., etc. And it's changing, right? Essentially, we are really since the 70s this all started, right? But it's accelerating so much at the moment. And the Akashic Records are available to more and more people. The Akashic Records are not like some, oh, no one can access them. Everyone can actually access them. I've taught many women how to access them, okay? You can access it. Your energy is getting higher and higher, so it's getting easier and easier for more and more people to access them, okay? But in full transparency, you can get there right now. What you do need, though, like honestly, you will get more and more accurate and better at it. The more you learn to channel, to discern the information coming through, to refine your channel within the records, the more nuance and the more mastery you will actually gain. Like, that is truth. There is a learning curve to mastery, okay? However, I can absolutely hold the Akashic field for you today. I've done it many times. I can guide you into that higher frequency so that we can bridge you up into the Akashic dimensions. It's a high dimension, 11th, right? But I can get you up into those records. I can hold that bridge for you. And then I'm going to guide you through a journaling process for you to receive the information. So where are we going when we go to these Akashic records? Akashic records is actually an energetic field. But a lot of people, that's a hard thing to interpret, right? It's so multidimensional that probably the easiest way to think of it is a hall of records, right? And what's contained in here is an imprint energetically of every experience, past, present, and future in the universe. It's vast, right? What you can channel inside the Akashic records, if you have the right access to different things, is pretty amazing. What you will get access to naturally yourself, right, is your own Akashic record. Okay. Now, there are collective fields in the Akashic records too that some are open to you because you're already a member of, like humanities ascension records, right? You're a part of that collective. There are some ascended masters who, or goddess type archetypes, that if you are in some sort of mentor relationship with them, will often open their Akashic records to you so that you can channel directly wisdom from their lifetimes. Right, so there's a lot you can do in the records, but what we're going to look at today is your records, right? And your records holds not just this lifetime, it holds all your lifetimes from the conception of your oversoul through all your incarnations, all the variations. It holds parallel lifetimes. Okay, I'm not going to go too quantum on us today, but that means it holds probable futures, different futures, futures that haven't happened yet, alternative experiences where you took different pathways. Like, it's actually all in there. Now, the strength of the threads that you follow depends on how much energy you're feeding into any of those strands, like constantly adding more to that thread within the records, right? So some of them you decided not to follow through on a course of action and you didn't go that way, and so it's like hazy. You probably won't bring a lot of that forwards. You may today bring forwards a past life. It will only come forwards if it's relevant for what is being shown to you today. Okay, but it is possible that that will happen too, because it's all in the records. You access the records. What you're going to do today is stand pretty much on the edge of the records, the entryway to the records. You will see it visually, internally, in your mind. You'll visualize it. However, you interpret it, right? Everyone interprets the records slightly differently, and that's all 100% okay. And what will happen from there is the record keepers, and you may actually get a specific figure. It would be very rare, in my experience of doing this with a lot of people, that first time out you have a really clear, crystal clear image of this figure, right? That you can see their eyes and their face, like, whoa, so clear. They'll probably feel a bit hazy, but like a form to you, and they may not. They may feel like just a presence around you. All okay. You will get the record keepers will come to you. An interpreter will come to you. We'll be asking them questions. They will be bringing the information to you from within the Akashic field and giving it to you, okay? Now, when they give it to you, there's some caveats. This is where the mastery comes in. I'm going to talk about that as we move through today, just before we start, so you have an idea on what to expect and how to interpret what comes through, okay? So today you may get just little bits. It may feel kind of brief, right? May not feel like this constant channel. It's a bit different than if you're in a private session with me where I'm just channeling all this stuff, but I've been doing it a really long time, right? So you may be 100% okay with just getting a sentence, getting a couple words, getting an image, right? You will get all the answers that you need, okay? I promise you. You may just not feel like your channel is flowing as it could be, and it may. Right? There are some people who are already in this group fairly established channelers. They're probably going to be able to channel all sorts of stuff, right? It's just going to flow. Why is that? Okay, well, first up, the human body is a natural channel. Okay, it is energetically, your energetic system is designed to receive and project energies all the time. Your energetic core flowing through the core of your body has a constant stream of energy moving through it, life force energy, right? That you can augment, amplify, expand, all that sort of stuff, which happens in weaving, right? But like, it's already there. All that life force constantly moving through you because you're alive, right? And on that channel, on that stream running through you, also flows all the intuitive languages, all your channeled information from sources outside of yourself. Now, it doesn't matter whether you perceive it as coming down or coming up. It doesn't actually matter which way it flows, okay? But all of that comes through on that channel. It comes through your body. Your body is the natural channel. And on this plane of existence, where we currently are, the seat of your power for all of your energetic work is in your body, okay? In your body. I want you to hear this. If you keep it all in your head and upper chakras and at the top, you are not in your most powerful position. So I will be guiding you today down into your body where I want you to stay for the experience. I'll be reminding you through it, breathing down into your body, breathe down into your pelvis. I want to keep you anchored in your body. It's actually the best place to do all your energetic work, but certainly to channel. Right? And a lot of people don't. They channel, and I did for years, right? Channel up all in our outer chakras. It's actually not the most powerful. We don't get the strongest perceptions or information, which is like often a common assumption that that's like you've got to be all up here. And when we're all out of our field like that, we are in a less clear place to receive our wisdom as opposed to anything and everything that's floating around collectively in the field. Okay, so I want to bring you right down into your body today. And moving forwards, whenever you do energetic work, you want to be down in your body, in the seat of your power. Okay, so one of the reasons why Shandara, the way we teach energy weaving, is so powerful because it's full body. It starts in the body, it's in your body. Anytime you lose the energy, you drop the energy in the middle of your weave, I bring you straight back into your body, right? Body, 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 seat of the power. So you feel that today. I want you to stay down in it, okay? The other thing to expect is it will be 100% okay to think, am I just making this up? That is normal, particularly if it's the first one or two times you've done this. As someone who's been teaching women how to get into the Akashic records, that is like, everyone says that. I think I could just be making this up. I'm not really sure. Okay. I want you to just, for now, put that to the side, surrender into a bit of trust and faith. And when you read back later, you will actually feel the resonance as a truth, especially if you read your journaling back out loud. Because when you speak out loud, you hear, you feel the sound resonance of truth. Okay? Probably not everything you write or channel today will be pure Akashic records. That would be really, really rare. Okay? Not even everything that I channel after 20 years is pure 100% Akashic records, depending on my channel for the day, okay? But you will feel the pieces of truth, right? You will feel the seed that is the wisdom from the records. I promise you, you'll find those little pieces, okay? And when you get that seed, it will come in a variety of ways, and it depends on your own intuitive skill set. Okay, your natural leanings towards different intuitive languages. You can, of course, develop all of them, but you are born with one or two that are your natural go-tos, your natural way. Much like we are with our physical senses. You know, some of us are more auditory, some of us are more visual, okay? It's the same with the intuitive languages. You'll feel stronger naturally in one. That is okay. And you'll probably be craving or yearning for one that isn't the one you have, because that's often what happens too. Have faith. The more you actually lean into this work, the more you elevate your energetic capacity and up level and upgrade, the more natural gifts will actually just spontaneously evolve. Okay? So be okay with how you get it. Meaning, you may not get a voice giving you lots of words, right? And by the way, when you do, if you are clairaudient and you do get a voice coming through, you may hear it as your own voice. It might have a slightly different resonance. It will probably use slightly different languaging than you would normally use, but it will kind of sound like your voice, which is where you get the, oh, I think I'm just making this up. Okay? I'm going to talk about why that is, but that's 100% okay. I want you to keep going. You may not get a voice. You may get images, right? You're like, what? And I want you to draw or describe the images if that's what happens for you, okay? You may get sensations in your body along with any of these or by themselves. Note down the sensations because they actually mean something, okay? And the other thing I want to bring forwards too is in the Akashic field, I'm not going to focus on it today because I want you to have the channeling experience, but it could spontaneously arise for you anyway because it happens all the time at that level, at that dimension. You could actually be receiving healing in the Akashic records on like different subconscious levels within your makeup, in your energetic field, okay? Even while you're doing the channeling. Especially if you say, I'm totally open. If you want to do a healing here, if while we're talking about something you see where I'm blocked or I need to be shifted, go ahead and heal me, then it is actually possible that could happen, right? And you can get sensations through your body as a result. And you could get sensations anyway because you might actually be someone who just feels very intuitively what's going on, okay? And I know that's sometimes frustrating because you want like something more concrete. I'm going to invite you to really go with it and you can interpret it all later, okay? You're actually getting the whole download. It's just what you're perceiving on the first level, right? So just trust. You may get emotions. You may get snippets of memories, okay? All of that is valid. You may get one word for an answer. You may get a lot. And you may get this spontaneous knowing, like a whole whoosh, just like a concept just got downloaded into you, and you're like kind of scrambling a bit to go, well, how do I write that? Okay, I get that one too. And you get the whole shebang, and then you've got to work out how to sort of express it so that you can make meaning of it, right? So that the ego can make meaning of it. So whatever levels you're getting it on, you're probably actually going to get it on several, and you will actually be getting the download into your subconscious as well and into your energetic field, okay? You're actually going to feel the results of this experience for several hours after we've done it. It will feel good. You'll feel grounded, right? I won't leave you up floating, right? But you're also going to get an unpacking over about the next 24 hours, maybe 48 hours of more coming, okay? Because you're going to get a lot more than you can probably receive straight away, okay? So be open to all of that. What I don't want you to do is I want you to try really hard not to judge or make meaning of the experience while it's happening, okay? Because that will just cloud your channel. That will switch you over into ego mind, who's trying to make meaning of everything. He's trying to sequence it, make it make sense, and put it in order, right? I don't want you to do that now. Do it after the experience, but that will just mess with your channel. So just don't judge, don't try to interpret, just write, okay? Whatever is coming through you, okay? And be okay with however you receive it. Now, I want to give you one last piece before we get going here about this receiving. You are a channel. Everyone here is a channel. Everyone on the planet is a channel, whether they know it or not, okay? Now, the mastery comes in learning to discern and refine your interpretation of the information you're receiving, okay? You also want to expand your channel, but you can access it right now, okay? So I'm not going to get sidetracked. What I want to do is I want to talk about interpretation, okay? Now, our goal today and what I'm going to guide you into is to have the voice of your higher self serving as your interpreter, and or, depending on how advanced you are in communicating with higher self, the voice of your psyche that serves as the voice of your higher self within you, okay? We are multifaceted people within our psyche. Let's not even talk about dimensionally and past lives and all of that. Let's just talk about this 3D psyche, right? Is multifaceted. You have many parts of yourself, many voices within you that have beliefs and opinions and preferences and thoughts, right? And some of those voices, well, a large quantity of those voices, a huge percentage of them, can hear this information. Will be able to sense and feel and interact with the information coming through your channel. Yes, that is truth, right? Now, who decides to step up and give voice to that information? That's a little bit of a mixed bag. And this is sometimes why you're like, what the hell? That did not sound like higher divine loving truth, right? Because some other part of your psyche jumped in as the interpreter and put their slant on it, put their lens over the top of it, right? It's common, it happens even to like people who've been channeling for a while, like even if you've with me and you've been channeling for a few months, that can still happen. Sometimes you're just really aware of it and you quickly flip, right? So just know that there are lots of voices within you who can stand as the interpreter. The voice that you want is your highest voice, right? The voice that's the closest aligned to your higher self, to your higher resonances, okay? And I'm going to guide you into that today so that we hope to hold that as your interpreter for the record information coming through, okay? Now, we'll just do usually this works just fine, but I want to know how you can tell if it's not the highest voice that you thought. Like, how do I know if this is my higher self? How do I know if this is the record keepers, right? Because after a while, and we're not going to try and do this today, but you can actually discern the difference between the record keeper's stream and your higher self's interpretation. Like you can actually feel the difference. But if you can just get those two and get clear on that, then you're so there, right? So how do you know it's not possibly the best channel, the best interpreter for the information coming through? The records are very high dimensions, well past polarity, well past duality, right? There is no judgment. They do not say this is right and this is wrong. Okay, everything is just experience to them. They are so impartial. In fact, sometimes when you're in the records, it's like, wow, you are so don't care, right? Like they can look at everything just as the pure experience of it. They do not have preferences, okay? They will not say, you must do this, you should do this, you can't do that. They won't say that. That means your interpreter is giving their bias over the top of your channel, right? The voice in your psyche is going, oh, kind of get this thread of information. I'm going to use this to my advantage and get my point across, right? That they won't, the pure channels will not do that. They will never make you feel small or like, oh, right? They make you feel like you failed in any way, or you're not enough, or you're not worthy, or you're not good enough yet. Okay? Not even subtly will that come through. There will never be any blame, shame, or guilt. They will not try to control you in any way. Aspects of your psyche might, but the channel never will. Okay? And they will not have strong preferences. I actually used to find that kind of remarkable how much they didn't have a strong preference. What you will feel is that there is a deeply loving sense, like very big loving field. It feels vast. It feels kind of eternal, right? And it feels very higher perspective expanded, which is why they don't have that judgment piece. They're so far above it all, right? That is the sense you're going to get sort of permeating the field and the information coming through. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you to do when we're in the records today is I'm going to suggest that you write down the question, and then you're going to say record keepers. I'm going to write record keepers, and then I want you to just return to your breath. I'll help guide you, and then I just want you to write whatever comes, however it comes, without judgment, without trying to interpret it, and just go with the flow. Okay, I'll bring you out of the records. Okay, and the feeling can last for several hours, right? The reason for that is I'm going to bring you into what's called heart congruency so that I can help you lift your elevation to bridge it up into the records. So you are going to feel fairly elevated in your light body all day, right? I'm actually going to shake out any density and fill you up with some light from the higher dimensions while we're up there. You're actually going to feel pretty amazing afterwards, okay? But you can expect that, but I'll bring you back down and ground you at the end. And if you, I highly recommend that you anchor yourself back in the 3D world that we're currently in by typing something at the end just to bring your conscious brain back online, okay? Just write some sort of reflections or questions if you've got any or whatever you want to do. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to double check comments for any questions at this point. Get your journal ready, and we're actually going to get started here. Hi, Linda. It's so good to see you. Woodsy. Ah, beautiful sister. So good to see you here. Woohoo. Our bodies have so much technology that we're still feeling learning into. Absolutely, absolutely. The body has been immensely shortchanged for hundreds of years. Whoa, so that is so shifting, right? So shifting. Spiritual bypassing is an actual thing. Yeah, it is. Very true. Okay, if there are no more questions, no one's got a question. No one's like, oh, I better answer this so I can really relax into the experience, because that's what we want you to do. And you've got something to write on, and we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm just going to, I actually have some tools here that just elevate our field. I've got all sorts of selenite and amplification crystals and all over my desk this morning. I'm actually just going to light a candle and cast space. All right, so just give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay, so you do not need to look at me for any of this experience. You just need to be able to hear my voice. So close your eyes. We're actually going to turn inwards here. And just bring your awareness to your breath. Just be present for one breath cycle in and out. You don't actually need to shift your breathing. You just need to be with it for now. Now I want you to take a moment as you're just being with your breath to notice all the thoughts and emotions and bits and pieces of your life that are currently floating inside your conscious awareness. All the things that you're thinking, that you're aware of, that you're feeling. None of them are wrong. None of them need to be gone. But for now, I want you to collect them all up, scoop them all up, and just pop them to the side, to the back of your head. So you just get to sit and watch for now. And now return to your awareness, to your breath. And I want you to start slowing your breathing down, especially your exhale. I want you to stay comfortable and relaxed, but I want you to allow your exhale to be long and slow. Each exhale, letting go, relaxing. Actually let go of tension if you're holding it physically in your body, in your shoulders. On your next in-breath, I want you to, as you breathe in the life force energy around you. And on your exhale, I want you to let yourself to slip your awareness down out of your head. Feel yourself sliding right out of your head, down into your body. Sliding down your throat, down your chest. I want you to actually bring yourself right down into your awareness sitting in your pelvis, in your womb space. Just for a moment, breathe and allow yourself to slide right down with your awareness in your pelvis. So you're going to notice the surface that you're sitting on. You're going to feel a little more weighted in your pelvis, really anchored on what you're sitting on. Keep breathing out, sliding down, releasing, letting go, right down into your body. Now I want you just to imagine or visualize a cord going deep down into the depths of the earth, your roots, grounding you and anchoring you to Mother Earth. Let that go all the way down into the core. And on your next in-breath, I want you to actually breathe up earth energy. Feel that flavor coming into your body, into your womb. And how you feel earth energy is different for everyone, but you probably feel it as vast, as stable, as solid. Notice if it feels cool or warm to you. Notice if any colors come into your awareness. Breathe up again. Breathing up the earth energy and feel it filling your pelvis, anchoring you really solidly into your body and to the earth. Just allows your breathing in this energy to come in, to really hold you, to support you and to aid you. You're slipping right down, you're so present in your body now. Just be with your breath for a moment or two. Feeling your whole body expanding and contracting with the breath. In fact, you may feel your whole energetic field expanding and contracting with the breath. Your breath is one of those pillars for moving energy inside your body. As we start with a rhythmic energy, I want your breathing pattern to just flow like the tide. Very smooth, very rhythmic. No holding of breath in this breath pattern. No jerkiness. In breath, out breath. You may start to actually feel an energetic field forming, aligning to your breath pattern. Just to allow yourself to relax, be in your body, expanding and contracting. Got a whole body awareness going at the moment. And now I actually want you to bring your awareness up to your heart. So feel yourself rising. You might feel it as a stream of energy rising up your center energetic core. Come up to your heart. And I want you to put your hand actually on your heart for this experience right now, to give you the biofeedback, to give you the remembrance of where you're placing your awareness. Okay? So with your awareness now on your heart, you just be in your heart for a moment. And I actually want you to consider, those of you that can do that, if this feels hard, just keep your awareness on your heart with your hand there as you breathe. But for those of you who feel really comfortable with that, I want you to consider looking for your awareness, not perceiving your heart from your head, but your awareness actually within your heart. So for a moment, I want you to imagine, feel, sense, visualize, hear, whatever it is for you, 100% okay, that you are inside the core of your torso here, right in the middle. You are surrounded by walls of muscles that are actually pulsating with your heartbeat, in, out, and beating. That you are nestled inside a rib cage surrounding you 360 degrees. Notice how safe you feel inside this heart. You may hear the blood rushing, whooshing, that sound, similar to when you're underwater and you're hearing yourself. You may actually be able to perceive that part of you is above, part of your physical body is now above where you're currently sitting in your awareness. Your shoulders and your head are actually above you. You're nestled right inside the physical heart in your chest. Now we're going to actually start to create heart congruency. Just sit here and breathe for a moment. What I'm doing here with you as we go into heart congruency is I'm activating the neural network. There's an independent neural network, yes, neural, that lives within your heart. It actually evolved first. The heart evolves before the brain inside the body, right? And this neural network is your heart intelligence, okay? And the heart qualities are a very high resonance. And when we activate them and we live within them in our heart here, we actually can change our energetic state and set up a synchronicity, a coherence along the neural pathways between heart and brain. Our heart is actually scientifically sending more information along these neural pathways to the brain than the brain is sending to the heart. So as we sit here within the walls of our heart, I want you to slow your breath down a little more. Relax, let go a little more. And I want you to start to connect to an experience, a memory that you have of love, of expressing your love, deep, unconditional love. Bring to mind a moment. It might be a recent moment, it might be an old moment, it actually doesn't matter. Remember, bring the memory forwards. As you remember, you are reactivating the energetic imprint of it in your body. This is what we want. So those moments where you have felt unconditional love and joy. If you're a mother, those moments when your baby smiled at you, when you were putting them to sleep in those quiet moments, their joy in life. If you have fur babies that you're highly attached to, those moments of deep connection, of such love for them. If you have a partner, those moments of deep, loving connection. Breathe. I want you to open your energy up as you're remembering all of this and fully receive them. Receive the activated imprint again. And as you receive, you're going to feel it flooding into your body. And what you're going to naturally feel in your physical body and the sensations of your body as a natural response is deep gratitude, appreciation. I am so amazingly blessed. Gratitude is the natural body response to receiving. So fully receive all of these moments of love and connection. And keep your rhythmic breathing moving through your body. In and out, steady, slow, rhythmic. And you may feel, sense, or imagine that energetic figure of 8, like an infinity symbol, moving up and down your neural pathway, starting to create coherence across your whole field here. Now I want you to bring to mind an experience that you've had of total awe of nature, the majesty of our natural world. Maybe it was standing by the ocean, maybe it was over a canyon, maybe it was a sunset, maybe it was a small experience of the elements, the sun on your skin, the wind in your hair, being by a fire. I want you to bring back that amazing awe, that openness of the incredible world that we are actually have our feet planted on at the moment. Receive that moment fully. Feel the gratitude and appreciation there. Breathe, fluid, rhythmic, creating the connections, the rhythmic flow of your energy. I'm actually helping you hold this field and weaving it here as we go. I want you to feel rhythmic flow. Notice how you're actually feeling in your body right now, because you are actually moving into coherence. Keep breathing. Allow yourself to expand here. Just rest into it and open up your energy. And from this space, you may sense, feel, hear, or even imagine a tone. If I asked you to make a noise right now, to hum, what would that tone be? That resonance, that frequency? Feel it through your body. If you're in a place where you can actually tone it, go for it. Actually make the sound wave. It's that resonance. This is the tone of your heart space. I want you to really get familiar with it here. And as you connect to the tone of it, I want you to actually now start to see around you your inner landscape changing. You may imagine it, you may see it, visualize it, feel it, sense it. However it is for you is 100% okay. And as this inner landscape changes with this tone moving through your body, I want you to start to notice that you are in a temple space. Now, your temple space may not look like a temple, it may look like a cave, it may look like a forest, and it may look like a temple, right? Or it may just look like a small room. Whatever it is for you, allow yourself to suddenly be within this temple space. Notice, what do you feel beneath your feet? What is the surface that you're standing on? What is the temperature of the air running over your skin? And notice as you look around you, high and low, in your field of vision, what you see within this temple. You have actually now shifted dimensionally into your heart temple. Your heart temple exists at a higher dimension, but in the exact same plane, like an exact intersection of your physical heart. Okay? And in this heart temple, breathe in, because in this space, there is no need to invoke love or gratitude or appreciation, because it's the natural field emanating throughout this space. It just reverberates through this temple space. I want you to feel that. And with it, you're going to feel a sense of sacred, holy presence, divine presence, permeating the entire field. Really want you to open up and allow yourself to receive this. There is a divinity here. Breathe and just allow yourself to relax into it. And I want you to notice that you are in your heart space, that the divinity that you feel, the holiness that you feel is within you. It's in your heart. And so now take a nice deep breath in and open your crown chakra. Okay, just imagine that the crown chakra is spiraling open through the top of your head. You are open to receiving, and as you breathe in, you're going to notice that gold and white light, maybe other colors, but you'll notice them for sure, are spiraling, flooding into your entire heart temple space. The whole space, because you're actually within the physical heart temple, right? This is all you. You're within yourself. Feel as your heart, as your crown chakra opens, all of your chakras start to spin open. The light floods the entire temple space. And I want you to welcome in your higher self. Feel this larger, higher perspective of yourself, your oversoul, welcoming and coming into this space, into the temple with you. You may see them as a form, you may feel them as a presence, doesn't matter, but notice that they're here. Feel, sense them here in this space. You're going to feel expanded. There's a broader perspective as your higher self enters this space. A wider, more elevated viewpoint of everything. You're going to feel slightly risen out of the experiences of your 3D life. Right? You're above them now dimensionally. And so here in this space, I actually want you now to just allow yourself to really merge with your higher self. Welcome that field to just totally permeate your body now. Feel the light entering your body. You're going to feel your heart chakras opening wider and wider. And you're going to feel yourself elevate and lift. You may feel your body want to shift in the way that you're holding your body. I encourage you to do so. You will want to make room for this expansion. As you're expanding, I want you to notice that you're actually lifting. Your whole perception is rising up in a column of light. You are surrounded by light. And I just want you to let go and relax. You're being so held by your higher self, by the presence of the divine. Let go and just rise like a balloon, rising, letting go. Let go of the string and let it just rise. And you are rising up through the light into a higher plane of existence. I'm holding this bridge, I'm forming this bridge now between me and your frequencies and your higher self. You're all elevated, feeling you all rising. Yes. Up into this field of light. And I want you to just take a moment here, be in this field, and I want you to notice that you are surrounded by divine. It is permeating everything. And I want you to relax into it and allow your light body to actually expand and break apart a little bit. Actually feel yourself creating more space. In between all of your organs, more space. In between every cell, more space. In between every atom within your cells, more space. Let yourself break apart and expand. Feel yourself just shifting, expanding. And I want you now to shake out your light body. Just give it a little shake. And notice that like grains of sand or dust, any density being held within your light body just falls out the bottom in this shakedown. Just lets go. All that opening up of space, there's nothing holding it here now. Nothing holding it to your cells, to your atoms, nothing. It just shakes out the bottom. Let it go as you exhale, shake it out. And as you breathe in all of this light around you. In to fill in all the spaciousness in your light body. And as you do so, feel yourself elevate again, that rising sensation. Balloon rising, and up you go. There is no density left in your light body to hold you, and you are rising. I call upon the Lords of the Akashic, the record keepers, and the ascended masters to surround this circle in divine love and light. I ask that you be present here and aid me today to hold this bridge for all present now and on the replay. That I serve as a clear amplifier for the records, for the highest, truest pathways through divine love. I ask that the records be open so that each member of this circle have full access to their own Akashic record. And so all of you now, repeat after me. I, say your name, ask that my Akashic records be open to me now, that I may receive its wisdom through my clearest, highest channel, so that I may walk my highest path in joy, truth, and divine light. The records are now open. Okay, take a moment and just adjust here. Breathe, relax, suspend judgment, and look around you. And maybe it's what you feel, because there is a vastness in this space. There is an absence of time, of linear time. There is a sense of deep wisdom, of love. And there is a very high resonance field all around you, surrounding you. You may notice your tones, if you were really sensitive to hearing that heart tone, that your tones have shifted. So take this moment here to just notice what you see around you. Breathe in and just relax. I want you to surrender to this experience. I want you to let go of judgment, of trying to make meaning, and I just want you to enjoy the experience. So, using your free will choice and your command in this plane, I want you to ask for a record keeper to come towards you now. Breathe in and notice what is coming towards you. Perhaps you feel it as a presence, perhaps you see it as a light body, perhaps you see it as a cloud or a color, and perhaps you see it in physical form. Record keepers can take any physical form, and they will choose one that you can relate to, that you can relax with, that you can be comfortable with, and that you can believe in. Welcome them. Actually open your energy up to receive them. You are held in a very tight circle. I am holding the field and the bridge very clearly. You are in a divine field. You are extremely safe. You have the Akashic record keepers. You have the Lords of the Akashic. You have ascended masters with you. You are well and truly protected. So I want you just to surrender into this experience. Open your energy and receive the record keeper that's appearing before you. They will be coming to you with a sense of love, of welcome, of joy. Even if they come with a lot of wisdom and you're like, whoa, you're a bit intimidating, they come with love. Okay, that overrides everything. And so they're actually inviting you now, and they're going to bring forwards the memories of this year. They want you to look over your 2020 experiences of your 3D classroom, to look at the themes that you have been experiencing in this year. So I'm just going to ask you to breathe with rhythmic breath here and just notice as you scan your awareness over 2020 what memories the record keepers are bringing forwards for you. So breathe. You don't have to write anything, you just have to sit and be with this for a moment. What are the main experiences that are coming into your awareness? You may not even know why they're coming into your awareness, and that's okay. But scan your awareness over this year and notice what's coming forwards. Maybe 1, 2, 3. It's okay. Just notice what they are. Record keepers may already be giving you an idea in their opening remarks to you around what those themes, the higher evolutionary themes are that are your experiences this year. Notice what's coming. Remember, you could receive an imagery, words, feelings, sensations, all good. Okay, so very gently, you are in this field and I'm holding it strongly so you're not going anywhere. I want you to open your eyes and pick up your pen and paper because now is our time to actually channel and journal within the records. So you start with the opening remarks. Just write opening remarks at the top of your page. And if you have received any sort of information thus far, and even if you just want to jot down the thematic experiences the record keepers are bringing to your awareness, start by writing that. Just let it flow, stream of consciousness. Wow, the field's so high, I'm losing my voice. Okay. Often the opening remarks will make not a lot of meaning to you right now. Often when I give opening remarks to people, I have no idea what it means, but they do. So if you don't understand the opening remarks, it will probably become clearer as you go. Just write absolutely anything that pops into your awareness now. If it's an image, you could draw or describe it. If it's a sensation, describe it. Some of you may even receive light language or light codes, also okay. Now I want you to ask this first question. Given these experiences, the themes, where have you been being asked to grow in 2020? Write that down. Where have you been being asked to grow in 2020? And now, right, record okay. You can short it, RK. Let's shortcut it, RK, dot, dot. Breathe. Take a moment now. Breathe. Be in that field. Feel the records around you. However you see it, it's fine. Bring your awareness to that record keeper. Smiling, beaming at you. They're actually going to beam this information at you. So I want you now to just write whatever comes and continue to breathe. I want you to aim to keep a stream of consciousness going through your pen, if you can. You're not making meaning, you're not judging, you're breathing and writing whatever shows up. Where have you been being asked to grow this year? It is okay if this is brief. Just continue to breathe and be with the experience. 100% okay. Allow this to come through your higher self. It's okay if the languaging is different. It's okay if they refer to themselves in the plural. Record keepers often do that. We think we are here today to tell you. They will be loving. They will have no preference, no judgment, no blame, no guilt. Breathe. And now, next question. Just pause. Move Move your head around, wiggle your shoulders a little bit. What is being asked of you at this point in your evolution? What is being asked of me at this point of my evolution? Write that down. Next line. Okay, dot, dot. What is being asked of me at this point in my evolution? Right. Breathe. Continue to breathe and relax your body a little more. Let go of any tension. Let go into the divine love. If you have any sensations of frustration or perfectionism, let them go, release them. Sensing a couple in the field, let it go. Just be in the curiosity of this moment, no judgment. Find you're a bit stalled out on the writing, just pause, return to breathing and relaxing in the field. You're actually receiving all the time. You're getting the downloads, and you might be getting them subconsciously as well. If you've got the words, let it flow. If you've got the images, describe them or draw them. And if you've sort of finished on that bit, just breathe for a moment before we move on. Continue to open wide to receive. Imagine opening, opening, opening. Finish up on this bit. Get that last few words down. Now, next question. How can I take what is being asked of me into its highest potential? What is the highest potential here for me? How can I expand this to its highest potential? What is the highest potential here? Next line, record keepers, dot, dot, breathe and write. What is the highest potential here? Breathe and really expand a little bit here and allow yourself to lean into this highest potential that's coming forwards for you. Allow yourself to receive it energetically now, in this moment, not the future. Receive it now. There may be parts of you going, what? I can't lean into that. Just gently, lovingly give them a hug and say, not now, sweetheart. We're just going to see what they say. Okay? And keep writing. Get those last couple words down for now. You can come back to this. You're downloading it all into your awareness. It's okay. If you haven't got every sentence down, it's going to keep coming for the next 24 hours. But let's move on here. What can I do right now? What can I do right now to bring this forwards into 3D form as gracefully as I can? But you can shorthand that to be, what can I do? What should I be doing? What can I be doing to bring this forwards now? New line, RK, dot, dot, and just write. Breathe for a moment in the field. Pause. You're not in any crazy rush here. Relax. Breathe. What can I be doing right now to take this highest potential and bring it forwards now into form? Notice here if some of you are feeling a waver in your interpretation and there's voices of your psyche giving you shoulds or musts or making you feel small in some way. Lovingly, gently, take back the reins. Not now. They can have a turn later, but not now. Bring it back. Connect to that higher field of light. Connect to the record keeper in front of you. Feel your light bodies touching, meshing. Breathe in and receive them again. Start the flow again. Breathe right. Feel this elevated perspective. You're so high up here, so high above the 3D. Pause. Generally speaking, they won't give you a ton of action steps. They'll give you one, maybe two powerful ones. That's it. That's actually it. After that, it's probably your psyche complicating. Pause. Breathe. Take a moment to roll out your shoulders and your neck and relax your physical body again. Release, relax into that field again. Letting go. Into the light. Your light body has no density in it today. We shook it all out. Let it rise. Be with your record keeper here. Feel the immense love that they have for you and a sense of vastness that sort of permeates them. Breathe that in and receive it. And now ask, what else may I know? What else may I know? It's a very open-ended question, but this gives you an opportunity for the record keepers to bring forward whatever they want you to know right now about where you're at. What else may I know right now? And breathe. And if for some reason you feel a block, like there's what, nothing's coming, ask if there is a block around this. And if there is, can it be removed? If they say yes, let it go. Let them remove the block. Sometimes you may have past life oaths or vows that you have made, imprinted into your Akashic records to stop you at that time from knowing some higher truths. And you're letting them go now because they do not serve you, and the record keepers will be able to dissolve them. Anything that does not serve you can let go. Let it go. Feel it drop. You'll feel like a veil drop. What else may I know? Breathe and write. 3 veils drop. That's cool. Let the information flow. Let go into the loving field. Breathe, relax into your breath. You may want to pause here if the writing isn't flowing. That's perfectly okay. You're still in such a great space. You're still receiving. Just breathe in the field. Letting go, expand that light body a little more. Merging into the Akashic field here. Notice what you're sensing, perceiving. You may well be receiving an upgrade or a download or an activation into your light body. Just notice if you're sensing something, particularly if you notice something in a specific part of your body. It might just be anchoring in that place. It's all good. You may feel things popping or letting go, especially if you dropped a field, if you dropped a block, to a new layer of understanding. You're going to now have the opportunity to ask your own last question. This is just any question that you want to ask, anything that's come forwards perhaps out of the journaling that you would like clarification on. And if there is, then tune into that bit, this bit here. What else may I know about this? Right? Ask for clarification. Breathe and receive the flow. You may like to look back over your opening remarks for clarification. They may make more sense now. Is there anything there you want clarification on? Breathe and relax. Feel some of you getting tense, holding your bodies. Relax. Let go. You are not striving. You are receiving. You are not searching. You are allowing it to bubble up within. Letting go. Enjoy being in the space. Finish up the last little bit of writing here for now. Put your pen down, take a breath. We thank the record keepers, we thank the Lords of the Akashic. I want you to actually send thanks and gratitude energetically here. This is where it's all at, more than our words. Feel. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to the record keepers, the Lords of the Akashic, and the Ascended Masters for your support and guidance today. The records are now closed. Okay, let yourself slide down. Feel yourself drifting down gently. You're not falling, you're just gently, calmly descending, descending. Your light body is still beautifully light. There's no density in it. You're not going to have density back. It may come back over the hours or, to follow, but it's not coming back now. Feel yourself sliding back down. Feel your awareness coming back into your heart temple. Feel your feet on the surface of your heart temple again. Hear the tone of the heart temple. Hear the tone. Feel the air on your skin. You're back in the space. Now another releasing breath as you exhale. Bring your awareness back to your physical heart. Hand on your heart. Wiggling your shoulders, coming back into physical body. Your awareness is going to probably drift naturally up into your head again. That's okay. But I want you to hold the whole body awareness. So just for the moment, tap into your feet. Here are my feet on the ground. Tap into that cord still running to the earth, in from your pelvis all the way down. Feel the earth connected, anchored, grounded to you. Open your eyes, wiggle your body around. I want you to actually look around you in the space that you're in. Bring yourself back into the 3D plane for now. Could be 3D, could be 4D. You're probably going to have a semi-4D, 5D perception. You may notice the colors are brighter around you. You may notice that as you look out the window, you notice details you don't normally see. You may feel slightly elevated. You may feel different sensation in your body. Actually move your hands over your body right now, making sure you're back down in your body with awareness. And before we end here today, I want to make sure you're fully grounded. I want to make sure you're fully back. So I want you to share some sort of comment. And when you engage the cognitive brain here, some sort of comment in the live stream here. It may be a question. It may be one little nugget that you got in the records, one sentence that you got in the records where you felt the resonance of truth. One word even, right? That was the truth for you. Or you may want to share what the experience was like for you. If there was some moment that was like, whoa, I want to share that. Actually take the moment to write something here to engage the cognitive brain and make sure you are all integrated, okay? Your light body is back in your physical body, right? But it is still highly expanded, and we shook out a lot of the density. You also, sorry, no, I fell off my chair. You also possibly received activation or a clearing or a healing in your field, so you're going to feel that, right? You are also in your word soup. Oh, Lou, you have to expand. By the way, I love that word soup. That's a very visual I have around that. But give me something more. I'm really curious about hearing about that. You may feel, you probably will feel, because I took you up very high. I brought you first into heart congruency. Heart congruency will last, that congruency of your neural pathways will last for several hours, right? So know that that is already there. And I took you quite high. I took you to heart temple, took you up into the 7th plane, and I bridged you up into the 11th dimension, right? So we went quite high. I want to make sure you're back, but you're going to feel expanded. You're going to feel spacious in your day. I want you to actually acknowledge that and be with it. It's a great thing. Rachel's back. Yes. Your record keeper was a bee. Ooh, I love that. There's a lot of bee magic. I'm not an expert on bee magic, but there's a whole body of bee magic, Rachel. That's very cool. It's very cool. I'm really curious how people received their information. How did you feel about that in the group field? I held the bridge and I was kind of intuiting how people were feeling in their fields and responding, but obviously I didn't hear anything from it, right? It's your records. So I'm really curious. How did you receive the information? Did the words flow? Did you get images? Did you get something, just feelings in your body? Do you feel like you got an activation of a key code or a blueprint within you? And beautiful experience. When the records opened, my arms and legs felt like they were floating. Yeah, some people also get pins and needles, but yeah. Which is interesting, as I've not felt physical sensations while in the records before. Oh, that's super cool, Ange. So Ange is actually a priestess in training in Shandara. And so she is actually learning fully to open the Akashic records in great detail. She's been doing it for months with me. But I haven't held the field for her for a while. She's doing it herself now. So it's cool that she got to be here today. Hathor came to me clearly. Of course, we are currently in divine spiritual mentorship with the goddess Hathor this month in the priestess path. So that is not surprising, Ange, that Hathor was with you. And the presence of Isis, of course, our beloved goddess Isis. Isis is my girl. I'm madly in love with her. But we've also, in priestess, we do a lot of ascended master mentorship. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, and you would have felt the more present for sure. If you come and do level one weaving for anyone interested, you will get experiences with the goddess because when I put you into weaving ritual, into the high weaving rituals, I will get you to invoke Isis and Kuan Yin and probably Hathor. Like there's a few, I've written the rituals that I guide you through. They'll all be in it. And those fields go this high, but you're in a weaving space. You're weaving when you do it. Okay. One of many messages. I am so much more a powerful force of love than I realize. Aho! It's okay that I don't always see it. I am being it. Ooh, that last line, I felt that, right? It's okay that I don't always see it. I'm being it. That constant force. And knowing you, honey, as I do, I would 100% agree with that statement, Kaya. But that rang through my body as truth. I want you all to notice if you read any of your stuff out loud or I read it out loud, all of you will go, "Ooh, that was the truth," right? That you'll hear, you'll feel the ring, the resonance of it straight away. It's very cool. Rachel, you do feel expansive. You are so welcome. I'm excited. Words swirling separately and in and around me, many colors and fonts coming at me. And the word that stuck, intuit. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lou, Lou is a level one weaver, so she's an initiated weaver now. And you really elevated a lot. When we activated 5D channel in the middle of level one, Lou, you started getting a huge amount of intuitive download. I'm guessing that you're just continuing on that on that trajectory. Like that's kind of where you're headed, I have to guess. My record keeper was a gnome. Hey, Lisa, gorgeous. But he has an excited assistant, a fairy insect. Wow. Very cool. You have very, very visual, elaborate imagery come through, Lisa. It's always fun to hear what happens with you. Okay, Stephanie, I didn't see anything. 100% okay. Not everyone is visually like dominant. At first, my head had huge pressure. Okay, that can happen too as the records, as you're expanding into them. I felt light going in. Okay, and I kept hearing crickets. Woohoo! That's interesting. So you have like the way that you're receiving your information initially, and that might have been your first channeled experience in the record, Stephanie. And if it is, then that was actually kind of a powerful one to establish your channel, right? But you obviously have a real sense of clairsentience, like a real felt experience in your body, and clairaudience. It sounds like you're getting the hearing sensation come through. One message was believe in self and trust. Yeah, the record keepers are so into reminding us of our power and our sovereign divinity and that we just trust ourselves more. So awesome. I love that. Congratulations. I'm curious if that was your first go in the Akashic Records. Well done. A snippet of what came through when I asked about, or what I asked about was, what is being asked of me at this point in my evolution? Learn, explore, trust, find what resonates, and love. That last word came through with Hathor holding my hand. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, awesome. And I keep seeing that that medicine woman that we spoke about on the priestess call this weekend. You spoke about. She's in New Zealand. I don't know her. Coming through for you. Something going on there. Very cool. In a good way. Felt the presence of white buffalo woman, but no interaction. Woohoo! Yay, Lou. It's another one of the ascended goddess archetypes that we work with a lot in Shindara. Beautiful white buffalo woman. Okay. It sounds like everyone is back. Oh, Karina. Awesome. I'm glad you're here too. I want to make sure that you're back. Not sure that I fully sunk into it. Been anxious of mornings and had my little man waking up and next to me, but messages still coming through. So possibly a message for me that yes, I can still do and access this through challenge. Yeah, you can actually. In fact, as you get better and better at it, Karina, you're going to learn that in Priestess too. You will find that you don't need this big turn inward experience. For example, when I'm channeling Akashic Records, I'm talking to people. I've got my eyes open. I'm looking around. I can get up and move around. I could actually be walking and channeling, right? So yeah, that will come with time if you did a deep dive into mastery on this. Messages of trust, trust, trust. You are far more capable and powerful lovable than you believe yourself to be. Lessons this year: strength, endurance, inner acknowledgement. And yeah, I'm going to chuck one in here, Karina, only because I really know you. I would also say a lot of resiliency. They're asking you to really give yourself credit, like credit for how capable you have been this year. What a massive life shift you've been making, moving to Nepal and all the rest of it in the middle of what has gone down in 2020. Huge, right? They really want you. Yeah, I would agree with that. And you kind of got that sensation yesterday on our call-in work that we did. That yeah, really give yourself credit. Acknowledge what all that you've been going through and navigating beautifully. Right. I was looking through the Medicine Woman's website this morning. I think I'm going to have to reach out and connect with her. Yeah, I think so too. I think she's well and truly pinging in your field right now, honey. Okay, everyone. I would keep checking in on comments. You can expect to integrate further for the next 24, 48 hours. If you go over your journaling, you will actually be able to sit and breathe and relax without going into the field again and bring forwards more of the download that you actually got, okay? Because you probably couldn't write it all down. It will keep sifting through. So if you want to share more experiences in the comment, or you want to ask a question over the next 24 hours, like how could I do this, or what could that mean, or etc., etc., I'm happy to help. I wasn't in your personal records when I held the field. I was holding the bridge for the entire records. So it's not like I was reading your records, but I'm happy to try and help guide you. And I am a really experienced channelist, so I can probably support you through the text if you want it. And know that it's going to come through. Actually trust your own wisdom on this. Trust your own knowing. Trust your own power. And just allow yourself to read over your journaling, maybe once or twice today, just in and out of the day, flitting with it. If you want, one of the powerful things you can do is go on a walk. Go on a walk somewhere, and you will actually have, if you set the intention, a vision walk. Right? Go on a walk and ask for the vision walk. And you'll actually see some sort of object or symbol or something that will give you that extra hit, right? If you're asking clarification for something in particular, right? But it's all just going to continue to integrate over the next 24 hours. Lisa, Lou, wow, Rachel. Do what is in front of you without distraction. Trust what is shown from your heart. Hi, Rachel. I felt that so strongly when you just did that. I was like, yes, do what is in front of you without distraction. That's cool. Trust what is shown from your heart. Yeah, Rachel, I sense you actually have a really strong, powerful channel of guidance, and that maybe you just need to put a little more faith in it so that you are responding faster and more fluidly to the inspired action steps that you're getting. I don't know. Let me know if that lands. Okay, everyone, enjoy your day. You're all back. You're all grounded. You will continue to get the downloads, and I will talk to you all soon. Circle. Anyone who wants to join the final circle, we actually start Friday. We start this week. And if you want to take everything energetically to the next level, total next generation light worker, if you want to expand your channel, your capacity, your skill set, your 5D experiences, your gifts, you want to activate new things, all of that happens when you become an initiated weaver. Okay, if you want to, just type details please in the comments and I will PM them to you. And otherwise, so much love today. Mwah! Thank you for being here. Bye-bye, everyone.